Yeah, I think it was summer of 2009. I made a short film called Old Cat, which is basically I just got in the boat with a bunch of fishermen, and then we just went for 11 minutes. So the boat ride in the film is exactly the length of the roll. The roll of 16 millimeter, 400 foot, 128 meters. And then, so when I went on a bunch of screenings, I had a show at the Pompidou and the Worm in Rotterdam and up in New York. And then so I was thinking about, well, maybe if I can get 8 or 9 of these single takes together, I can make a long film. So then so I started to kind of design what takes 11 minutes, what would be interesting. But first I wanted to have the fact that within the 11 minutes, somebody of African descent or Black American, what would be, or Canadian, depends on where I was going to be at. Well, it was going to be concentrating at the task at hand. So then once the viewer will have to sit through 11 minutes, well, they have to concentrate for 11 minutes too as well. So I wanted it to be formed like that. So then I started thinking like, well, maybe I'd shoot it up around the region of Lake Erie, which is the Midwestern part of the United States, and then talk about the changing economic conditions. Too. Well, I always wanted to do a continuous take film. I mean, there's a lot of artists that do it, and then I didn't know at the time that Ben Russell was doing it, and then I was emailing him about it and stuff. And then I know the American artist Sharon Lockhart, the American artist James Benning, and the Chinese artist Wang Bing. They do all these long, and then also the Filipino filmmaker La Diaz. So I always seen these kind of like this kind of form and stuff. So I decided. So every year, just when I make films, I made over 70 films. So every year I come up with a kind of a formal issue that I want to resolve. And then in 2009 and 2010, I wanted to do films that take, like the full length of a roll of film. Yeah. But I shot films in Rome and Canada and Brazzaville, the Congo. So I don't want to limit myself. But I mean, I'm aware of these conditions, but also too, I find new conditions too as well. So it's not just like I'm not just limiting myself, but I mean, for me, I'm invested in these communities, whatever. So I like to kind of film about it, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like to use like reality as a device, So I like this kind of the way things look casual and natural, so to speak, and just people can kind of use that as like elements and stuff to kind of to understand the film as whatever. Yeah. So I mean the film is made up, but it looks like it's documentary, like I guess. But I always like that as form, whatever. Yeah. I'm working on about a bunch of things. I think I'm going to shoot either about 6 or 7, 8 shorts next 2 months, or 2 features. I'm not sure. I was going to shoot a Western, but I'm not sure. And I don't know what I'm doing. Well, no, I do. It's hard to explain, but I'm interested in how things activate around the frame. So I want to like have things like, in Erie, like the viewer is concentrating at the subject. The film I just did, that I just finished, that premiered at Rotterdam, called Quality Control. I want the viewer to kind of like not just look at the subject, but also look at the space the subject is in. And so I think this film, I want the frame, to be activated, like people are going to be, like everything's going to be aggressively cropped, so to speak. So hopefully people will think that there's stuff behind them. So it's not just what's in the frame, but also what's out of it that's going to be part of on the viewer's mind too as well. So yeah, I think. So it could be like in the form of a Western or a police story or bootleggers or workers. I'm not sure. Yeah, but for me, it's always a formal thing. Yeah, the formal thing. Yeah, yeah.